Hi, welcome to another episode of We Hate Skill Windows. I'm pausing now, because I expect Chris to interrupt me, but he's not doing it. Hi, I'm Rai,
I'm Chris.
and today we like the Discord soundboard.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got your usual. I'll go and give a rough explanation of what's going on, and then Chris will play the soundboard. So Baby Tyrant is about well, well. You can't just be about a baby tyrant. No, that would be too easy. It's about a girl who like dies like getting pushed by her dad off a building in modern day Korea and then gets reincarnated as a small child, a baby, you could say. A literal baby in some like roughly European setting country with like nobles and people with white hair and pink hair. And she just sort of lives life as a child, but also starts to slowly appreciate and probably maybe like that her family, her new family, is not abusive and does not want to just use her for her money. That's about it. And then at some point they and then at some point they turn her into like the queen, I guess, the acting ruler to protect her from a prophecy, but she doesn't understand why they did it. So she's like trying her best to get out of the position. Hence why she is baby tyrant. That's it. That's the whole thing. Did you have thoughts on it?
Um, so I kind of
Also, just to point out, it was only like what 30 chapters or something.
it was 36, but they were really long chapters.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, chapter wise, it's pretty short though.
Yeah,
It's not the like 87 chapters we usually read through.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like too wholesome for me.
It evolves pretty quickly though. Like you can kind of feel it shifting into a power fantasy.
Oh yeah, there's like certain things this girl knows how to do that she really shouldn't know how to do. But we sort of ignore most of that. We just focus on cute baby. And if we focus on cute baby, then we don't need to focus on anything else.
I, I
The art's
think if
good, guys.
it's
The art's good.
oh my god, the art is so good. I
I
love
don't
it so
I think I've
much.
seen this whoever's drawing this surpasses Reed Ice, but I don't think Reed Ice can draw babies. I don't think that's their forte. But what were you saying earlier?
It was I like the wholesome baby comedy vibes it has going, and I think if they stuck with that, I would I would enjoy it more. But you can tell that they want to veer into a power fantasy, like they're setting up like the usual like, oh, this girl had a tragic backstory, they have to intersperse it into the story. Like they've got this like really funny like baby comedy going, but like it's like
No, yeah,
you're getting like
they're
magic
setting up a
powers.
plot that's
There's like
like
fight scenes.
beyond the baby cute aspect.
Yeah, and she's, like, growing up so quickly.
She's growing up real
Like
fast.
yeah,
Very fast.
and I'm just like, "Well, dang, like, you have this much of, like, a reader base with your baby comedy." I like
Just stick to the good shit.
you could have,
I
like,
already
a nice
swore. It's
non-power
4 minutes
fantasy
in.
plot.
It's fine. YouTube, screw you. You're not gonna take down my video for saying the shit word 4 minutes in, are you?
Ooh.
I've held back so much for you, YouTube. You don't understand. I've tried so hard. Please don't fail me now, please.
Oof.
Anyway, I don't intend to interrupt.
This story is nice. I liked what we've seen so far, but
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm getting like, I don't know, just a bad sense of foreboding that it's like veering towards something that it shouldn't.
It's
Like I
like
can feel
Mm.
the
like localism
terminally ill
creeping.
extra. Do you feel that? Like,
Oh,
terminally ill extra could have
oh
been just a
yeah,
really depressing love story. But we have a depressing love story and a really OP ability
yeah,
that causes her to die faster. They're also setting up for something depressing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice if it like circumvented the trope of like this girl when she was born, the fucking sh it's 6 minutes in YouTube. Will you be fine with the swear words? Oh no. I I'm too lax on myself. I forgot about the rules of recording the podcast. We skipped 1 week and I have forgotten how these go. Hold on. When she was born, the effing the the heckin' thunderclouds parted and smited the chamber, and then a child of prophecy was born. Someone who wields enough divine power to rival the holiest nation in the world or something. You could have just like ignored that. What if there wasn't a huge prophecy? What if you could just live a good life and not worry about this? Yeah, it'd be mundane, but like, why throw her into a prophecy? Why do that to her? That's all I'm asking. She already came from a harsh, harsh environment. Now you're gonna give her a prophecy that she isn't told about because everyone doesn't tell her because she's a kid. And then you're also gonna involve this like 10-year-old child who is a killing machine, but when he looks into the baby's eyes, he feels calmer. And I see the comments. I saw all those comments. I don't know if you read the comments. There's a lot of maybe joking, maybe realist. I don't know. There were a lot of like shippers being like, "Oh my god, the one black haired kid, ex the baby." And I was like, "Guys, that's a baby.
It's two.
That's a baby, guys." Oh well, when they're older, guys, that's a baby, guys. That's a baby. Anyway, we review it. Let's
Yeah,
rate it.
let's get into it.
Alrighty. Art score. You know what it is. That's a 1-0 from me.
Oh my god, such a ton. It's so insanely good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's marvelous. I have never seen someone draw a child so cute. My daughter is the final boss my ass. My daughter is the baby tyrant. What the hell? The art's phenomenal. I don't know how they managed to make it look so good. It it's beautiful. It's great. Now the story, I think we got more grievances with the story here than anything else, right? The story is not super great. I didn't personally like it super much. It feels a little it feels a little like it's very, there's a prophecy, there's a girl who is supposed to be born, she'll lead this place to greatness or something other. There's like guardian spirit or beast thing that's born because she was born, like created because she was born. There's like it's like the whole world stopped for her to like appear, which is cool and all, but she could have just lived a normal life. Instead, you were like, oh, the prophecy and magical powers, and you're basically like Cinderella. You can like control animals. Was it Cinderella that could do that? Or was it someone else?
Kind of, yeah. All the pretty much all the Disney princesses.
Right? Yeah, they all can like sing to shit and they respond.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually how that works. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. How much do you think did that distract from the story for you though? Like,
Oh,
did it make your enjoyment worse? Because I mean, okay, not gonna
uh,
lie. To play that weird devil's advocate side that I usually play, I did like that there was something there, right? Because just watching the baby is very cute and all, but power fantasy be damned, there's fights going on. People are dying. That's sort of cool, but it did feel weird. It's crazy that they introduced the one brother, the brother of what is Oscar, his like birth mom,
mm, yeah,
the
yeah.
brother, so like his uncle, who like volunteered to be the baby's guardian basically, and then spent like 15 chapters just getting spited by the baby, and that's his. He's just comic relief. Poor guy. He did nothing. All he did was like sternly talk to Oscar,
Yeah,
and because the baby doesn't want that to happen, obviously, she's like really. She hasn't even made up with her dad yet. This girl has issues. I get she's got issues. But if you got issues, you also know that if you see people and you know people, yeah, okay, trust issues, you know? I get that. But like, I also have trust issues. Like, but if you know that this person unconditionally loves you, hell, this guy was like ready to declare war on that one country just for like trying to take her. And you're like, no, no, no. He probably has ulterior motives. I don't like him. Make up with your dad. Do it. Make up with your dad. You are no longer in Korea. You're no longer working paycheck to paycheck, racking up rent and debt. Make up with your dad. He did nothing wrong. Screw you. This dad is being the perfect dad. Just accept the praise and stop being such a baby. Anyway, the story, I I didn't hate too much of the story, not gonna lie. I guess I hated the characters more. I'm gonna give the story an 8. I liked it. It wasn't crazy, and I found it a little generic with the like, oh, I died and I got reincarnated as something crazy, and now I'm a royalty in a different world. Felt a little generic. What score will give story, Chris?
that's a hard. Uh, it's so short. It's so hard to read a story.
Well, off of what we know, what you give story?
Uh, I think the author's pretty good at comedy. I think I think she knows what people like to read
I
or
wonder how
hear.
many
I don't
people
know.
are actually reading for the power fantasy.
It's not there yet, really. It's not quite a
No.
power fantasy quite yet. It's like in the beginner lookism phases.
Mm-hmm. Oh, oh boy. Be careful what you're talking. Be careful, Chris. There's some scary things to say about that. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, imagine.
Um,
Next week, and perhaps for the next month or so, we're going to be reviewing Lookism.
God.
uh, and then after that, we're going to take the whole year off just to review Dice, and we'll be back next year. I Out of the
I'll give
36
it like
chapters, what would
a
you think the
7.
story a 7? You know what? Here we are. We're really not dunking on this one. Or are we? I'll be honest, I don't like this child. She's a child, right? So, like, she's a kid. We can give her props or slack for being a kid. But this kid having the brain of like a I don't know, like an adult girl who's been like mistreated. It I get it. Like I get, you know, you don't want to trust blatantly, obviously. And you don't trust that, you've been born into this perfect world. Like, what did I ever do to deserve this or something, right? But the amount of love she's received every single day, you're gonna take that and still not like fully trust them? Obviously. Obviously, common sense, right? You still like keep your common sense about you. But you can trust them more, I think. But I guess the whole thing is that she's got this really depressing backstory and nothing's gonna change. So, I don't wanna be king or whatever her title is technically. And so I'm just gonna like make horrible decisions for the country so I can hopefully get deposed of and not be king anymore. I understand. That's the idea. You are but a child. You gotta calm down and stop being a pain in the ass. Also, yeah, most of the characters are sort of like very side characters. And and then there's that one kid that like the one who's mind controlled and is killing people.
Yeah.
He's got a connection to her. I don't know. I don't know what that means. He's got a connection to her. And people are shipping them in the comments. Again, that is a child. That is a baby. You are shipping a baby with a preteen. What is wrong with you? Anyway,
No, he's a
uh,
preteen, he's like 6, right?
is he? I thought he was 10.
Yeah, he's freaking
6?
6.
Wait, he's 6 and he's slaughtering. Hold on. He's 6 and he's killing armies?
She's a baby that can speak to animals.
She's also a baby that can almost speak tangible sentences.
Yeah.
But she's got like, reincarnation BS. He's just a kid.
Oscar was reading, like, Chekhov's algorithms or some nonsense
Okay,
like that.
you're right.
They're all kind of
But Oscar's also just a kid.
yeah.
Oh. And maybe the kids in this world are just built different. Okay, you're right, you're right. Maybe that's not the distinction I could be going for. I don't like Baby. Baby makes stupid decisions. If Baby was true Baby, that would make sense for Baby to make stupid decisions. But Baby is not true Baby. Baby is grown woman in baby body making stupid decisions because she's got to act like a baby. And also because she wants to not be in this position. They're trying to protect you. Don't you understand? They're trying to protect you. Anyway, let's deduct 4 points for the baby and give it a 6. Did you like the baby?
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
her personality
Be honest.
is something. She doesn't really change ever too.
I guess to be fair, it's only been 2 years. And I mean, you know this to be true. I know this to be true. People don't change. IRL, people do not change. And if they do, it's very, very gradual. Very, very gradual. Like, you might think, well, if I bring this like life altering fact to someone, they're gonna change how they like perceive the world, right? No, honestly, they might think about it every so often, but it's not gonna affect their, like, daily life day-to-day life. And throughout this, nothing's gonna really happen. And as time goes on, nothing is gonna continue to happen. And, eh, people don't change. So, there's some like, fairness in that, I think I would like to think at least. But also, I don't like the baby, so I'm biased. Please keep going on. About why she sucks?
Uh, I mean, it kind of has to like do with story too, just like how the story is all about like the day-to-day interactions between her, her dad, her brother, the kingdom happenings. There is very little like drama. So
She's the drama. He's the drama.
yeah, I would think at least that like she'd I don't know, there would be a little bit more like insight into her, but we just keep on hearing the exact same thing, like she's traumatized as a kid when in her previous life, and like the author just keeps on rehashing it just over and over. It's kind of I I think her personality is too rigid.
I would also like to think so that. Like, I'll be honest, you can be traumatized and then you can grow as a person. I didn't have a great home life growing up. I'll just be vague with that. And I am still fine where I'm at right now. And I actually still, believe it or not, can trust people. Hard, it's hard. I definitely don't trust them. As Chris may know, I don't really trust people, if at all, but I'll put like a 70% trust in them, and then the other 30% is reserved for doubt and self-doubt, and the belief that one day everyone will backstab me and I'll be alone. But I'll I'll at least like trust enough in them, right? I don't know. This kid, it's like the author's like she's too fucked up to trust anyone anymore. So even though these people are showing her unconditional love, she's like, no, there's got to be a motive behind it. Does he want like something from me? Does he want something from the 0-year-old baby? I don't believe so, man. I think you're overreacting. Now that she's the ruler, yeah, I'm sure people do want some stuff from her, but they also see her as a kid. She's a puppet queen. That is what she is. But here she is being like, well, I'm gonna go and ruin my life and my subjects' lives because I'm a baby. How much does this subtract from your character score, Chris?
Overall, I kind of like the cast a lot. I think they have a really cute dynamic with each other, so I'm gonna give them a 7.
Can't believe you rated it so highly. Did the Seth skill win those? I
No.
ask because I don't remember. Eh, not applicable out of 10. Okay. Where what do how work math? 10 plus 7.5, is it? Yeah. 7.5 plus 6.5. What is this? Is it a high score? It's a high score. Chris, we are doing a high score. When have we last had an 8 out of 10?
Long time ago.
Now, out of curiosity, did we actually give like Deadbeat Noble like a 10 out of 10? No,
You gave
right?
it like a 9.2 or something.
9.2 or 9.3, I think. But I
Yeah,
don't think
so
we've ever scored anything at 10. You think, theoretically, we will ever score something at 10? Theoretically. One day. It's so
never say
good.
never.
The art's always gonna be a 10, but, like, the story
Yeah.
and the characters are perfect! There's no way, right? There's no way.
Yeah. There's not many things that'll inspire me like that.
Nah, nah, you'll change your mind. For next week, we're gonna be reading Lookism, and for the next
Ooh.
week after that, we're gonna be reading Lookism, and for the next 2 weeks after that, we're gonna be reading Lookism. Yeah,
If
um
we rated Spirit Fingers, I'd consider giving that a 10 out of 10.
oh, I feel like I liked it too much the first time. I feel like if I read it again, I might like it less, you know?
Yeah, you know, like the
Like
diminishing returns.
I look at back at it with, like, super rose-tinted glasses. I don't wanna, like, ruin that. I don't. So
No.
good. Just don't wanna, like, make it worse in my brain. I do think what we could do, if you wanted to and we're up for it, we could do a re-dive one day into My Daughter is the Final Boss still. Now that we have cute baby, we can have cute child and useless
Sure,
father.
sure.
But that that's my decision this week, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I get to choose. Let's choose a middle of the
Yes.
pack one, I think. Oh god, this looks bad. This looks bad. It's got an 8.5. An 8.5 on Asura? It has to be bad.
Oof. Oof. That's rough.
From the same author as the game that I came from. Yeah, the game that I came from was sort of shit. Oh boy. Let me see. See here. Apparently because the demon, okay, the main character is a demon. So people don't like non-human main characters, I guess. Um
This is like revert. Wait,
it's
they
racism.
make the best.
They're not human. I don't like them. uh yeah, apparently the main character is like a demon. I don't know. But yeah, other people are like, "Oh, no, I like non-human MCs." So I don't know how exactly that works out. But it's called Demonic Evolution. I don't know anything about this one, I think. I'm sure I did read it once upon a time. I am certain I did read it. Demonic Evolution. Um, Sort of looks generic, but I'm sure it's probably trash, given all the comments. And because Asura would never willingly rate something lower than a 9.8, you know? Like Asura, of all places? If it's got lower than a 9, you know it's bad. And God forbid, if it's got like a 5 out of 10, it's gonna get dropped.
Yeah.
Like, there is no chance. So for this to be at 8.5 is pretty bad. Anyway, it's got 48 chapters and it's still ongoing for some bizarre reason. So we're gonna believe that it's good, maybe, and we're gonna read it. And hey, you know what? If you're like, why the fuck are these guys reviewing trash? That's because there's a lot of trash out there. Don't forget that this original idea behind this podcast show is to sift through the fucking trash, going through the needle of haystacks or whatever, needle in a haystack. We're finding the gems for you so you don't have to. We're also reading the trash so you don't have to. And if you, for some reason, want to really believe in something that we've already reviewed, and maybe it's been a while, there's new chapters out. Put something in the comments. Tell us we're wrong. Fuck, just tell us we're wrong, and tell us why we're wrong, because that'd be nice. It's now the time. Chris, you ready? It's time to tell them about smashing the like button.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it from you.
Jujutsu. Head smash. Subscribe button.
Yeah, play a Katarina combo across the keyboard and smash the like button so hard that you spin your head 360 like a Katarina alt or something. And you can click the bell notification while you're at it. So when a random video drops into your timeline, you go, "Oh, whoa, what the fuck is this?" Actually, you know what? I have a very cringe question to ask before we end off. You think you'd be capable of doing an owo uwu voice?
So like, oh,
Like talking in it? Like, have you ever seen like
mm,
the VTuber clips like Gura or
oh,
where it's
do
like,
you
"Oh,
talk
oh
like a
no."
dismal?
Yeah, like I hate squill windows. Woo.
Ah, she is so cute though.
Okay, I think that's just like Weebanese.
You're right.
I don't think that's the what we're going for. Oh, kawaii desu. Nay.
Dasu, dasu, dasu. Will you
Oh
dasu,
man,
dasu?
I do wonder. I know everyone like jokes about it. I do wonder like how many people go to Japan and like they just like look some random person in the eye like I don't know like teme wa kurosu or something. I don't know.
That'd be so cringe.
Watashi shine like you know you gotta just like break out the worst the worst. Uh like I don't know how you could even Weebanese that shit. How do you say like you? Isn't that Teme or
Mm,
something? That's what all
I think
the
it depends. It's
delinquents
got like
say, right?
multiple different ways depending on who you're addressing, polite and polite,
You can find
or like it.
impolite Japanese you. We got it. Oh, anata? Apparently? How many ways can you say you in Japanese? What are the differences? Several different ways. Fairly common. People often use name and san instead of saying you. The one in beginner Japanese textbooks is anata. This is most common, but sometimes can appear impolite. Oh, it's a social standing thing. Um, oh, apparently anata is similar to honey or dear. Kimi is more casual. Um, casual amongst friends. Then we come to the impolite ones. Ah, yes. Oh, omae is rude. Omei is worse. Oh, teme or whatever is even ruder. And kisama is absolute fighting talk and nothing less. Right. So we you know, you show up in Japan, you go Kisama Shinderu, and then you run away. It's like ding dong dishing, but with horrible Japanese. I'm sure they'll love you so much. This is a disclaimer. Please don't do this. I joke for the funny, but please don't do this. That'd be bad. You know, one of these days I really should learn Japanese. Anyway, uh, that's it for this one. We're gonna read Demonic Evolution and figure out something for the next one. See ya.